A monumental milestone. FRFT establishes local Fort Bend County Delegation for Freedmen Cemetery Preservation. The Freedmen Reparations Fund Trust has reached a major milestone in the Fort Bend County Freedmen Cemetery Preservation Project. FRFT has now identified 2 Texas-based verified Freedmen delegates who may assist with local coordination connected to the Fort Bend County Cemetery preservation work, including the Thompson Chapel Cemetery pilot site and the broader review of other historic Freedmen Cemetery sites in the county. For privacy and internal protection, the delegates' names and verification details are being maintained by FRFT and will only be shared when appropriate, with consent, and for proper coordination purposes. This is an important step because preservation cannot be handled from a distance alone. Historic Freedmen cemeteries require trusted local presence, communication, records review, site awareness, and coordination with county historical contacts, cemetery committee representatives, church leadership, owners, stewards, families, and community stakeholders. Why this milestone matters. The Fort Bend County project began with Thompson Chapel Cemetery in Sugar Land, Texas, a historic freedmen cemetery connected to church history, family history, and the legacy of a freedmen established community. From there, the work expanded into something larger. Fort Bend County historical contacts and cemetery preservation representatives have been communicating with FRFT regarding a broader cemetery review process. Thompson Chapel remains the pilot site, while additional Freedmen Cemetery candidates are being reviewed for documentation, historical marker potential, restoration needs, cleanup needs, and long-term preservation planning. The confirmation of local delegates gives FRFT the ability to build a stronger bridge between national preservation strategy and local community presence. The role of local delegates. The local verified Freedmen delegates are not being placed into a county authority role, nor are they acting independently. Their role is to support coordination under FRFT direction and within the proper preservation process. Their possible support may include local coordination assistance, records review support, communication with approved contacts, site-related observation where authorized, helping connect the work to local, verified Freedmen participation, supporting respectful preservation efforts connected to Thompson Chapel and other reviewed cemetery sites. Before any site visit, meeting, records review, or public-facing activity takes place, FRFT will ensure that the scope is clearly communicated and that all actions remain aligned with proper permissions, county historical guidance, cemetery stewards, church representatives, owners, and local stakeholders. Building a responsible preservation model. This milestone is not about control. It is about responsibility. FRFT has made clear throughout this process that it is not seeking ownership or legal control over cemetery land. The goal is to support documentation, preservation planning, historical marker development, sponsorship coordination, genealogy support, and long-term protection in cooperation with the appropriate local parties. Many historic Freedmen cemeteries have been overlooked, underdocumented, or left vulnerable for generations. Some have missing or damaged headstones. Some have incomplete records. Some may contain unmarked graves. Some are connected to churches, veterans, families, land history, and early freedmen communities that have never received proper recognition. FRFT's role is to help organize the work so that these sites can be documented, honored, and protected in a structured way. Thompson Chapel as the pilot site. Thompson Chapel Cemetery remains the pilot model for this Fort Bend County preservation effort. The current focus includes family and burial history documentation, communication with cemetery ownership and stewardship contacts, coordination with church and county historical contacts, potential Freedmen historical marker development, physical and digital marker planning, cleanup, repair, and long-term maintenance support, genealogy and status verification support where appropriate. FRFT has also been communicating with the cemetery's ownership and stewardship contacts regarding family information connected to Thompson Chapel Cemetery. That information may help support genealogy review, family history documentation, burial connections, and the historical story needed for the marker and preservation record. A larger Fort Bend County opportunity. The Fort Bend County cemetery preservation work has now grown beyond one cemetery. The broader review includes additional cemetery sites that may need documentation, monitoring, restoration planning, historical marker review, and long-term support. Fort Bend County historical contacts have indicated that records and monitoring reports may exist for many of these sites, even if some are outdated and require renewed review. That creates an opportunity for a structured preservation partnership. With local delegates now identified, FRFT can better support the work on the ground while maintaining coordination with county historical representatives and local stakeholders. Why this is a national model. What is happening in Fort Bend County can become a model for other areas across the country. Freedmen cemeteries, churches, settlements, and historical sites exist across the United States. Many need the same type of support: documentation, genealogy, marker development, sponsorship, cleanup, repair maintenance, digital preservation, long-term protection planning. The Fort Bend County Delegation marks a step toward building that model in a way that is local, verified, structured, and accountable. A step toward local capacity. FRFT recognizes the importance of Texas-based verified freedmen stepping forward to support preservation work connected to historic freedmen cemetery sites. Their willingness to serve represents a major step in building local capacity for freedmen cemetery preservation in Fort Bend County. This is how preservation grows. A site is identified. A story is documented. Local people step forward. Records are gathered. Families are honored. Cemeteries are protected. History is preserved. FRFT will continue working carefully and respectfully with Fort Bend County contacts, local stakeholders, verified freedmen participants, cemetery stewards, churches, and families as this project moves forward. This is a monumental milestone for the Fort Bend County Preservation Project. This is local delegation. This is national preservation. This is how freedmen history is protected.